living in darkness, look for the light, cause a fire is burning and they're helping you fight. It's the fire keepers, the fire keepers, fire keepers, fire keepers, fire keepers. Recovery, Bump and BG, talk recovery. Fire keepers, fire. Welcome to Firekeeper Recovery. I'm Brant.
Bumper Smith. Paul Badillo.
Heck yeah, I'm glad to be joined by Paul again today for part 2. So before we get started with Paul, I want to do a quick check-in. Paul, how you been doing the past month or 2?
Most part, I'm doing good. It's also been a little bit of a struggle with my house, but I'm not letting it keep me down. Pushing through. Always gotta stay positive.
Oh yeah.
But I made it to group. I'm here. I'm getting it.
I know.
How about you, Brant? You been doing good since yesterday?
Yeah, since yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's always good, man. I mean, this is what I was working towards this whole time. You know, from all the changes I've made, the informed choices that I've made, just everything is culminated to being a responsible citizen, you know, keeping all my responsibilities up to date, and just being my best self for my family and for the people that I serve at my job.
Yeah.
And it always does me good. It's like refreshing to see other people that are you know have still hitting road bumps in the road, although they're in recovery and still in recovery and living that life like you guys, and you know Marshall and Joe Warden and guys like that. You know, it's always refreshing. It's, you know, positive energy all around.
Heck yeah. And on the same line, just being consistent, having that routine. I've kind of broke up my routine, trying to start a new routine because I'm working towards a different goal now. Mm-hmm. So it's just setting a new path now and getting used to it. And it is the small victories.
Yeah.
It's great. So like sneaking an hour or 2 with somebody that makes you feel good, that's what I'll take that for. Doing these podcasts with you on Monday or Tuesday, that's like something I look forward to. It's like, it feels good to feel good again.
Yeah. You know, these little victories, man, they add up over time.
Yeah.
And then you've got a pile of them that you can start building on even more.
Oh yeah.
All right, since this is Paul's second time, I think we've had different questions since then. So we'll ask a few of the new questions we have, and if we've been through them with you, you can short answer it and we'll move on. Maybe it's changed since.
Oh yeah, probably.
So the first question is, what were some of the events that led to you getting into recovery?
Dang, there's a bunch. Pretty much the struggle to keep going, having to getting fucked over by people you thought would never have done it. I overdosed twice, which I wasn't mad that I got brought back. I was mad that it happened. I mean, you always think like, that won't be me, but it can happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, I went into jail and I knew it was coming. Like, I was trying to get ready. I was telling everybody, like, it's coming, just because of how it came up. And it was pretty much said at one point that they were coming. So I got word of that, and I was like, all right, like, let me get ready to go. Just like the normal, well, most time you don't really know when, but since someone told me that, I was just staying, just hiding whatever I could, and went home with my girl. One time we went back, and we weren't supposed to be there that long. Walk out the door, and there they are.
Damn, that fast.
Yeah, so I went and, said goodbye to her, which was one of the hardest things to do. We didn't even have that much money either, and she put like the last little bit in my pocket just so I would have money to call or something, which I don't think anybody else would have done that. She's helped me out so much in the times. And when I got there, it was, in my mind, I'm like, okay, same thing, let's do it. Go get changed out. I never stayed in booking that long anyways. Normally I hit there and I go on back after a little bit. So that was my plan. Let's go get changed out, everything, head on back, get this going. Call her, let her know I'm in the back now. And when I get there, I don't know, something just didn't feel right. It didn't, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I was somewhere where I knew I shouldn't be, or it was myself telling me, or myself knew that I was done with it, but before I actually noticed it. And after a while, that's when I decided to go to con a second time, hoping they'd let me go back anyways.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was a bunch of stuff going on right before I went to jail. It was just not fun at all.
No.
Not like it used to be. Well, somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it was like a sequence of events. All these things that were going wrong that led you to a point where you decided that things needed to start going right.
yeah.
Yeah, you never know what it is. There is a change of energy
Yeah.
when you're finally ready to do it. It's like, yeah, I'm done. And yeah, you don't know when it hits you. You just
Yeah.
hoping you're alive when it does.
Yeah.
We're happy that you were.
And it's so different for everybody. It's there's times you see somebody that's still actively using, and you wonder, like, when is it going to be rock bottom for them? There's probably people that wondered that about me, like, damn, when's Bumper going to hit his fucking rock bottom? Like, how much further can he go? And it's just that different for everybody.
It's like that one saying I heard. So I never knew rock bottom had a basement. Like, I mean, I would say actually, even with the rock bottom, I would say most people, well, me anyways, I feel like I've hit rock bottom a few times.
Yeah.
And I felt like I built myself back up from it. What I thought, which I'm basically still down there. I'm just standing up and still laying down. And I think I'm doing great.
Yeah, you stand on top of the house now.
Yeah. But switching into recovery, and at first, yeah, like, I still had people not believing that I was clean. And it's it's kind of hard too when I have ADHD. I'm constantly moving. I need to start taking my meds. I've lost them both. But some people think I'm still using though. But I think now they're starting to see it. Because at first, I mean, it always happens. People don't believe it. Hell, it was hard for me to accept kind of that. It was weird at first. I mean, it's something new. It's something that I'm not used to. It's not normal.
Yeah.
And around here, I mean, that's how pretty much all of us grew up. Is we've seen it, so we think that's what it is. Come to find out, apparently it's not. It's against the law.
It's you know, so comfortable or used to like dysfunction that it's just normal. You know, like fucked up things happen to ourselves or other people. You're like that. It's normal. And then, you know, when you make all these positive changes in your life and start living in a different way, you're like, wow, it's really didn't have to be that way. That's actually not normal. But it's that little transition period from out of active addiction into like when you're settling your recovery. It is weird because it feels like you got no direction, or you're not sure about a lot of stuff, or is what I'm doing working? You know, is it? But it's just that's just like the period of self-discovery. You know, you figure out what your goals are, what you want to do, and work on how you're going to do it. And yeah,
I mean, even with me and Jordan, like, I mean, we've been together for a while, and we've been through a lot. But when we decide to get clean, I mean, you do have to do it as yourself, but together at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, it's just, I mean, I guess I don't know if it helped with this, because I went into rehab, and as I was getting out, she got locked up, or while I was in rehab, and then that kind of, you know, got it started. So, but I got mine now. She's where she's at, and she's working on hers. But I don't know. I like it though. I mean, we just try to support each other as best as we can.
Yeah.
As most as we can. I mean, most of our communication is through letters, and just trying to help her get through it, because I mean, it's something new for both of us, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's somewhat the communication, because she can't call that much.
Yeah.
And we're so used to being together all the time. It's hard, but we're getting used to it and everything, and I'm glad on how good she's doing too.
Heck yeah. You got a lot of experience post treatment, you know, at post jail, like actually back out here in the community, you know, doing what you're doing and living every day and reaching your goals and handling your responsibilities. You've got that real world experience, and I think that'll be a real benefit for whenever she comes back.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be less difficult for her, that transition coming out of treatment back into the community, having you here with all your experience already.
Yeah, and that's another thing, that trying to make sure everything's good with all my problems with my house and everything. That I let her know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Like, but I also tell her, try not to worry too much, or, well, not really in those words, but I'm always like, hey, I'll get this taken care of. And before, it used to be that's just what it was, just me saying that. And I'm over here freaking out and or not even doing anything. But now, like, I'm doing that, keeping my cool, just from, what I've learned. I can't let it get out of hand.
Yeah.
Like, or overwhelm me.
Yeah.
I gotta work with what I can slowly. Right now, it feels like the world's like trying to screw me over or something. Or trying to push my limits, but I'm working on it slowly, trying to get everything done so it's not something she has to worry about when she gets out.
Right.
So, building on that, it seems like you do have a lot of motivation that pushes you. So, has it changed as you moved on in your recovery, your motivations?
I would say so. Like at first, my motivation was just not to go back. Now it's more as like my motivation is I want to keep what I have.
Yeah.
I mean, not going to jail, like not being sick, having a job with money that I can actually face these problems without worrying about the payment.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I still worry a little bit, like, but I know I can try and work with it now.
Yeah.
Before, you would tell me something like $100, I wouldn't even worry about it. I'd be like, well, I can go get drugs for this, and then I'll just build myself up. And I'll come back to that later, which later never came.
Right.
But now, I want to do it. And there's so much more motivation that I have now than I think I ever did.
It's taking charge.
You're more motivated for yourself now to move forward instead of just stay. So you're just happy to get what you had.
Yeah.
Now you want more. You want to
build on it.
Yeah.
And I want to, and like I told Jordan, I was like, I want to be able to do stuff with you that, we never did before. She don't really like going out, but I was like, I'm gonna take you out anyways when you get out. Like, just being able to do stuff other than just sitting in a room all day and then come out at night and try to, get around Cherokee without getting pulled over or something.
Yeah.
Like, I want to start building memories.
Let you have a life out in the open.
Yeah.
Without any kind of worry or concerns about things happening or going wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because that does take some getting used to after you come out of addiction, because everything went towards the drugs or whatever. So you never wanted to go out because we can't spend $20 to go out. We need that.
Yeah. It didn't matter across your mind, really. It's like going out and doing stuff. What the hell's that?
Yeah.
We got $2.74 for gas.
We got enough to get this, a pack of smokes, and $5 in gas.
Yeah. Well, she hated when I smoked, man. Because it took, like, some money away from it. And then she'd get even more mad when people... if you're the person that has a pack of cigarettes at Trap House, everybody's bumming. And she's like, we just spent our money on it. You better stop. I was like,
start charging $1 a cigarette.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just, I don't know, there's just a bunch of stuff that keeps me going. Even though it's hard, I'm still I'm good with that. I can get past it. It will get handled. But if I go back, I'm losing all that.
Yeah.
Losing the trust that I've had, that I've built up at work, like, and just people that's around, everything. Like, I mean, if you would ask me, like, what is it? And it's over 2 years now. You would tell me about 3 years ago, I wouldn't have believed anything. Because I liked it. I don't know. And it was, I don't know, I always wanted to build my way up the ladder, as you would say. And it did. And then when you sit there and you're like, oh yeah, mate. And then you're like, oh shit, like, this is more time.
Yeah.
But, and that's not actually something you should look up to. Like, you're messing up so many things, not only just your life, but, and you're like, oh, well, I get it from this one, and at least mine don't have all this in it. It's not,
Right.
Yeah, but you're still doing the same thing. And that didn't cross my mind. I was like, oh, I make sure mine's good for my friends.
Right. And any what we thought was a success in that old way of living wasn't really success, you know. Sure, you know, things might have come fast and easy, like money and other, you know, material possessions, but there was like no solidity to it, not like what you have now, that you've worked for and invested yourself in and built up. And it's you know, it creates like a real confident belief in yourself and what you can handle and what you can accomplish. And you know, that radiates, man. People see that, you know, and they, you know, you might not think it, but people see it, you know, and they catch those good vibes. And I think that's a big part of what inspires somebody that may still be in active addiction to think, man, you know, I see those guys doing it. I know how they used to be. I can do it too.
And I mean, I've heard it before too, and they're like, you know, and I don't think I really thought much of it, but they're like, when you work for the stuff you buy, you enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Other than, you know, spend $40 on TV. Oh, that TV's gone. All right, let's get another one.
Yeah.
Like, now once you build up to that, like, you enjoy it.
You value it.
Yeah.
That's just like, it don't even have to be money-wise. It's just that time you have with your family or something. It gains value as you gain value in yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So, after having multiple years now clean and in recovery, is there anything that you're more grateful for now than maybe you were in the past?
I think the main thing, I mean, I'm grateful for, like, having a job, having a car, you know, just everything, you know, this on Leishke, that was one of the main things. That was where I spent every day for the almost first year
Yeah, I remember.
of my recovery, there till closing, pretty much when they opened. But I think one main one is my girl. Like, I mean, we've had our hard times, but she has been there from my lowest point to, like, the good times before getting clean.
Right.
And to now. Like, I mean, you ain't gonna have a perfect relationship. It's always gonna be hard, but she's what helps me get through it. She tells me stuff, and at first I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was my state of mind or whatever, but she would let me know stuff, and I would want to do something, but then I just couldn't get myself to do it or something, and then I would see her mad or something, and it would mess with me, and then I still couldn't get it going, and I still ain't ever figured that out. But to know that, we're working on that, we're getting through this, and she's still there and helping me while I'm helping her is one of the main things. Because, I don't know, I feel like, I don't even think, when I OD'd, I'm glad she was there, because I don't think anybody else would have fucking helped me. Like, and, I don't know, she's one of my main things that helped me through. And I try to do it the same. Like, I try to help her through it. She's had some hard times, and it sucks because it has to be through later, so it takes a week for it to get there. But I don't know. She's a big part of it.
Building a relationship together with somebody that you love and you trust, that you know is gonna stick by you. That's one of the best things you can have in life, especially as a man,
Yeah.
It's because there's so few people that you actually feel that close to and trust that much. Everybody else you kind of at least keep at arm's length,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you have that bond. And sounds like that's your family, you and her.
Oh, yeah.
It's mainly you and her, probably.
Oh yeah, and what's weird is too, before, we've known each other like since like school and everything, but she's told me before she didn't like me then because I was a fucking asshole and everything, and I was like, well then, like, but then I liked her then and everything, but it was two very different things. But then just coming back later and everything I like it. Don't know what took her so long, but it's cool. But it's she's one thing that has helped me the most. And she's told me that I've done the same, and so I feel like we've both done it, like, and I think everybody has. Like, you don't see the goodness in yourself. Other people will tell you.
Yeah. And
you're like, oh no, you're just saying that or whatever. But it takes time to actually grasp and believe that they're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because, you down yourself so many times, and what makes it worse is if you're with somebody or whoever, and they do the same thing.
Yeah.
It messes people up.
Yeah.
And to get that back is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, I'm proud that you have kept up through all this stuff since we went through.
Yeah.
That is something to be grateful for.
It is.
I guess we've seen a number of people that have gotten clean. They went through the thing, and then once they got clean, then it's like, oh, we don't like each other. We don't eat together because we couldn't help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, with having new problems now, being like 2 years in recovery, do you have any coping skills that you may have not used years ago that you have now that you use?
With the problems I got now, I mean, some of them, they're pretty much the same. Like, I play the tape all the way through, you know. I use that one a lot at work because they start getting to me sometimes. Taking time, like when something happens, just taking time to myself and trying not to automatically react, because I know if I automatically react, it's probably not the good reaction that I'm doing. Like, so I have to pause, you know, either take a minute, listen to some music or something, and always, I don't know, every day at one point, or multiple times a day, I sit there and I think about how my life was then to now.
Yeah.
So I guess what you'd say, keep yourself humble. And yeah, some people will think, you know, you think you're better than us. And I was one of them people when I was using, and some people would get clean. And then, you know, I guess then in your mindset, you're not really thinking that they're doing it for themselves. So, you know, they don't end up, you're just like, oh, now you just want to avoid this, huh?
Right.
And getting clean, you kind of see that. I kind of see that now. And I mean, you have to, like, you have to be able to do that. If you don't, it's going to be so much harder.
Yeah.
Like, but
because it's not a judgment against anybody that you used to hang out with or that you used to know. It's not like, I don't like you anymore. It's you that's the problem. It's these things that you do, or the things that they do, or the things that they're around, or their lifestyle. It's, you know, it's not for you anymore. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I for the longest time, you know, I always would tell people, like, look, it's another person against you. I just can't trust myself to be around anything like that. You know, so I'm not even taking that chance.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, I still talk to some of them. I mean, not a lot of them, because, I mean, that's pretty much what they're focused on. So, but like, some of them, they'll ask for help, and if I'm able to, or whatever, like if they want to get some food and I'm at work, like, I let them, you know, I tell them, go ahead and grab something. I'll pay for it, and, you know, but I know my limits.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, it's still a daily thing, like, because you never know what the next day is going to bring. So you constantly have to not be on guard, but you have to make sure you're good. And that's part of just me keeping myself grounded, because if I let myself like build up what all this and everything go on top of another, and I don't take that time to chill and everything, I mean, it probably wouldn't take long for it to all go off, because it's all on my mind and everything. So I mean, just some of it, like with money and stuff, I still don't I don't like having it in my hands. If I do, it's not much.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I probably could do it, but I just feel better with it being over there.
Right.
Plus, it not being in my hands or in my wallet, I'm not always looking at it, so it helps me build it up.
Yeah.
So I can deal with problems or whatever, you know.
Yeah, you got the means to address things when they come up.
Yeah. But grounding and
That comparison.
humbling,
Yeah, I do that a lot.
those are my main things that I do.
If I'm having like just an absolute shit day, I'll stop and think, man, this still ain't nowhere near as bad as it used to be.
Yeah.
Like I just make my gratitude list and fucking snap out of whatever funk I'm in. You know, like it ain't that bad. You know.
Yeah.
That Terry Funk.
Yeah, for real.
Heck yeah, man. I thank you. You shared a lot of good information, good conversation. You got any people you want to shout out or?
Well, Jordan gets to see this. She got to see the last one.
Hell yeah.
Which is awesome. That's what I told her. I was like, it's a recovery thing. I was like, I don't see why they wouldn't let you come and watch it. Like, I was like, and plus it's from the res, you know.
Yeah.
So, but she got to watch it. So, if she does, I love you. And we'll see you soon. I get to go see her on the 1st.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
So this weekend.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's,
So next time you'll have more gratitude,
oh yeah.
more motivation.
You're cheesing it up even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that good energy right
Yeah.
there. Energy exchange.
Yeah.
You don't really know how much you feed off of that good energy until you don't have it.
That's right.
Until you're all surrounded by a lot of negative people and their energy just sucking it out of you.
Yeah, it's like you feel like if you feel it going out of you.
Yeah. And like she's having kind of a hard time, and like I told her last time, I was like, it'll all, it'll get better once we're able to go see you. I was like, I think that'll be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is the longest she's really been away from just home and me and her mom and sisters and everything. Which sucks. There's only 4 people that can go, but I think it'll help. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, well, shout out. See this, doing good, keep going, stay positive. Yeah, and anybody else out there, just shout out, keep it going.
Yeah.
Stay cool, fire's coming up.
Oh yeah.
So be like Paul, save up your money because you're going to need it next week.
Yeah, on candied apples.
Yeah.
Ending dinners.
Yeah, me, I want somebody's got to have school pizzas. Piece of pizza. Niwa. Hopefully Niwa's there somewhere.
You're
I
right.
don't know how they're doing it. They got a food truck. Are they going to be able to boost again?
Hell yeah.
We'll find out next week.
I think Jenkins sells those.
The school
The
pizza.
square with the rectangle ones.
There's a recipe on Facebook for school pizzas.
Damn.
It was a lot of ingredients.
Like making it from scratch. Dang.
That thing was like that long.
I just stick to Young's, man. Young's got the best food line, frozen pepperoni.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pizza, $5.
Man, they sell these things. Like when you go in, there's the hot bar, and then there's where like the deli is and the bakery and all the bread and stuff. It's this shit called it's NAAN. I guess it's pronounced Nan, but it's like some type of Indian flatbread. I buy them shits up every time I go in there and make pizzas out of them. Man, my kids love them.
Hey, yeah.
Put some damn olive oil in there, and there's a certain type of pizza sauce. Man, my boy hunts for it every time we go there. It's Rao's, I think it's pronounced RAO.
Yeah.
They got the spaghetti sauce. Every time he goes there, he's like, man, they still don't have it. Like, it's been a month or so. So if you got any pull, get some Rao's pizza sauce from a kid. He's hunting for that shit.
Heck yeah. Well, dang, Paul, thank you for sharing your time with us again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I enjoy every time you're here.
Oh yeah, I like these things.
It's a great follow-up.
I watch just about all of them.
Heck yeah. Appreciate the support.
Oh yeah.
If you got anything else this week?
Let's see. Nothing I can think of. I'm probably gonna reach a big milestone for me personally, coming up in a week or so. Yeah, but that's about it.
Yeah. How about you, Paul? Anything special going on?
Other than the first, not really.
Yeah.
Just I think that's the biggest thing that I have. Oh well, I'm getting my roof. My roof should be getting worked on here soon. I think this week or so.
Right on.
So I'll be getting a whole new roof.
Hell yeah.
That part will be done.
Before it gets too cold.
Yeah.
It's
Then
coming.
get my ride worked on.
Yeah. And hey, I think we've got nothing going on except maybe Sunday if you're in MAT or in Mara, give us a holler. We got a special event happening this weekend, so just holler and I'll give you the information. Sunday at 2 o'clock. It's a secret show. Just be on the lookout, or just hit me up. And we ain't got nothing else. For Firekeeper Recovery, I've been Brant Grant.
Bumper Smith.
Paul Badillo.
And as always, we'll leave the light on for you. Eastern Bay, Cherokee, Firekeeper Recovery. We the firekeepers, the firekeepers, the firekeepers, the firekeepers. Yeah. Coming to you live from the mountains of smoke. Firekeeper Recovery, bringing you hope. If you're living in darkness, look for the light. Cause our fire is burning and they're helping you fight. It's the firekeepers, the firekeepers, 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 firekeepers. Recovery, bumping BG, talk recovery.